Holes, the planets.
Oh, is that where the mark?
Goes off holes.
Oh, yeah. Which is, it's John Williams to take off on one of his or something.
Yeah, the Death March, the Pirate's Death March. It's like Mars.
Ooh, Death March, sounds catchy. Oh, I'm sorry, somebody did say it.
How many of us
We're
got
all
100?
getting to
Oh, somebody did pass.
How many of us got 100?
At least 2. What an odds. It was nice.
Me too.
The last one was a Lego?
Let me ask all the people who got the last one correct if they would like me to change that. Was that not Play-Doh?
It was so pretty.
I thought it was
Just
like,
play it again. Don't have to give it to us, just play it again. Find this, understand why.
wasn't it Fa Me?
See, you got the, I passed it on to you at first, where the,
Who else got 100?
you get to hear.
Who got 100? Awesome. Good job.
Last one, number 10. The melody's going. And the harmony's tonic, dominant, subdominant, tonic. Perfect.
Yeah, I hear the regression there, and that's how that one stands up for me.
I hear the do at the end. Is how I.
Good too.
Okay.
Voice.
Well, I pretty much on all the practice quizzes got 70 every time.
Consistency is very important.
I'm a good bow and arrow too, and my arrows always sent good grouping.
Well, Dr. Martinez, I was getting them in there, and I have some witnesses. I mean, really, I was getting them like 80, 90%, huh? So I don't know what happened.
You made the part of the brain tired that does it. So
Maybe.
right about this quiz.
Maybe it has something to do with the small room too.
What I was saying, too.
Maybe it,
Well, there's only 5 or whatever. Because they overload, you got the first 3 right. And then all of a sudden, it's like the sound or it's in your head and you can, all of a sudden,
can't
everything sounds
distinguish
good.
it,
Dr. Matthews, another thing I found that works is what Sharon likes to do is she closes her eyes and listens. I tried doing that and it works. Where you close your eyes and you listen real carefully.
Focus,
It works.
I do that at night.
It doesn't work for me. I tried it once.
yeah. We do that.
Close my eyes and listen when I open again. The classroom was dark. It was night. Everybody had gone home. It doesn't work for me.
A long road.
That's what cruise control is for. All right, now for something completely different. Try, look at page 198. Quintuple meter. Something that will look hard, but actually be easy.
Turn the page.
190.
I don't like 5/8.
Well, you will when we're done.
That Bartok piece we did was 5/8 to 3/8.
Together?
Yeah, it was 5/8, 5/8, 3/8, 3/8, 5/8, 5/8, 3/8.
I at that level.
That was Bartok's phone number. 558383858. Quintuple meter is 5, 4, 5, 8, 5, 16, 5, 2, 5 something. It's an interesting meter. There are some famous pieces that are in 5. Take 5. Da, 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 Impossible. Dum, dum, da-dum, dum, da-dum. Now, you've probably heard me say before that the main 3 meters in music are duple, triple, and quadruple. So a 5/4 is actually a shorthand for having to write 2/4 and then 3/4 and 2/4 and 3/4. So Mission Impossible, for example, is a 3 plus a 2. 5s will always be either 3 plus 2 or 2 plus 3. The most popular being 3 plus 2. So if you look at Mission Impossible, dum, dum, da, da, dum, dum, da, da, you hear a quality change after 3 beats, and then the last 2 beats are kind of by themselves. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It could have been written in 3/4, and then the next measure 2/4, 3/4, 2/4. So 5/4 is a kind of a shorthand for doing that. In fact, when I was working on my doctorate, there were these 2 other doctoral students, these really, really good piano players, and they were studying groups of 5 and quintuples, and they got records of famous pianists playing groups of 5, and they recorded Peabody students playing. And what they wanted to know was, does anybody ever actually do a 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Or is it always, even when you just have like 5 notes in 1 beat, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1? Does anybody ever do it evenly? So they had, Peabody is part of Johns Hopkins. Ka-ching. Our computer music studio had expensive equipment in it. We had a digital oscilloscope in there. You could go, and it would just tell you how many vibrations per second that note was. And then Johns Hopkins itself, they got rooms with $500,000 worth of equipment in them. So what they did was they used all this equipment and they put these groups of 5 through computers, and they recorded it and put it through computers. And the computers measured the pressure so they could see. And they told me nobody plays 5s evenly. Even people who swore to them that they do play them even, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, without any secondary accent, a 3 plus a 2. Even people who swore that they practiced until they could do it even, that the computer showed there was a pressure wave, 3 plus 2 or 2 plus 3. So their conclusion was, that's the way we do it. That there really are just 3 meters, 2, 3, and 4, and we get everything else by combining those together. We get 6/8 by 3 plus 3, and 5/4 by 3 plus 2. So anyway, for whatever it's worth, that was interesting. So we kind of subconsciously divide them. Most music, except for some modern music where composers are just trying to go against the grain, most music, once it starts with a 3 plus 2, it stays 3 plus 2. It just always does that. You'll very rarely find something that goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Maybe a modern composer who did that on purpose just to be different. But as far as through the ages, when everybody's ready, it just kind of comes out. Either once you get the 3 plus 2, it kind of stays there. Now, there's some really good news for us. Bless you. Although you might have to write the syllables on a quiz or a final or something, like number 1 here, you'd have 1, pulse, pulse, 4, 5, right? When we're count clapping this, we're going to leave out the syllables now. We're just going to play the rhythm. I predict it's going to be a lot easier than you thought it would be. Watch. Look at number 1. Now, I'm going to count to 5 as you go to get us started. So the first measure, for instance, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. See if you can clap along with me. I'm going kind of fast. Ready? I'll count to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Did you notice that it wasn't as hard as you might have thought it would be? It is not terribly difficult to count, to play correctly in 5. It is kind of difficult to count. Do you remember me saying that when we're in 4 and you're counting out loud in class, if you make a mistake on 3 and 4, if you say 4 instead of 3 or 3 instead of 4, I don't mind. Do you remember me saying that? So it becomes even harder in 5 because once you're on